Hi, good evening. Welcome. This is Anthony from J&A exposing corruption at its finest. See, we don't understand why the news, KSQ, News Channel 3, all these individuals are in Sunline's pocket. They have been given documentation that we voted for a strike, but till this day, we haven't seen any
Two at
video.
five, Sunline Transit.
I want you guys to watch this video where they talked about what's going on. We got to expose the news for keeping our voice um, locked up. They don't want people to know that we voted for a strike for unsafe working condition and multiple other items.
Drivers are voting on a new contract. Sunline will only confirm to us that the drivers are voting on a new agreement. They also say they're unaware of any talks of a strike should the agreement not be ratified. The voting has been taking place all day at the Palm Springs Hilton. We reached out to the head of the union that represents Sunline drivers, who had no comment. Stay with News Channel 3 as we continue to learn any new developments.
Exactly. See, that's what's happening. They're not allowing us to show you what's going on. But here we got some information on the strike vote right here. What does this say? This says amalgamated union ballot count. The ballot count was done on April 7th, 2022, except the garbage agreement. 33 individuals wanted to accept, and 117 rejected and went. We want to go on strike if we can't get back to the table. And here we are, May 1st, 2022, and we still don't have any information on our local amalgamated transit union, ATU 1277. To this day, we don't have any information that anything has been brought to the table for us. We need to put the pressure. We need to share it. You guys, how do you make us how do you help us expose Sunline and KSQ and all the local news medias for not allowing us our voice? So we need to expose, like and share and subscribe. And if you have a story, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the local Coachella Valley. If you are a transit agency that's in the Coachella Valley or California or whatever state, we can help you expose their corruption. You can send us an email at ggOIN, the number 4, broke at AOL.com. And we'll be glad to post information about their corruption. It's time. It's 2022. It's time to expose the corrupted officials that we've been working for in all different agencies. That's what we got here. Let's see. We got information on OSHA. Let's see, where are we at? Let me see. Let me go back to the OSHA. Let's see. Close that message. We got to get back into the Zoom. Zoom. Stop sharing. Let's see. Okay, so we're looking here, KSQ, News Channel 3. They're not talking about anything that has to do with Sunlight Strike. So I wonder why. See, we got, if we type in Sunline Transit strike. Nothing that shows besides all our videos. Okay. Nothing that shows that we voted for a strike. Nothing that shows. Oh, these are all our videos.
Ahead of the deadline set in the state's ICT regulation. Just imagine buses that.
Yes, that's pause recording. This is weird. Let me look at this other information. Okay, we're going to talk about Glenn Miller's councilman of Indio. See what he talks
What led me to the desert was when I came in to build the golf resort at Indian Wells for the city of Indian Wells in 1985. I quickly fell in love with the desert and especially the city of Indio and made it my home.
Look what he talks about.
I got very active in our community. My family's always been about giving back to the community. From my grandparents to my father, we always talked about what we could do to give back to our community. It was something that was embedded into our system when we were young. If you're old enough to walk, you were old enough to work. I got involved in the city of Indio because I wanted to make it a better place to live, because it was my city, and I loved it very much.
Okay, he's going to talk about how we can make our
Over years,
city a better
3 times
place.
as mayor, we're looking to see what we can do to make our community a better place to live.
This last year as mayor, at a time when it was dangerous to even go out, Glenn has been everywhere in this community. He's been at the churches, passing out masks, working with the food bank. We appreciate him so much at City Hall. Glenn, congratulations on this honor.
I decided I need to give back to the community more. So
of you.
the satisfaction I get from being a city council member, from helping out the community, continues to drive me because there's always something that can be done. Our community means the world to me. When you're talking about our youth, our seniors, our families, our businesses and churches, and I can be a small part of helping them to be successful or to make somebody's day better or help them through a problem they have, that's exciting to me. And that's what drives me, is to be able to know that I'm here and I can help in a little way to the community I love so much.
Yeah. So we need to reach out to him right there. There's the information. Glenn Miller, councilman, city of Indio.
It's like they were next door to me. That's fine. Everybody's a winner.
Okay, so this is Russell Betts in Desert Hot Springs, and he's making a video that pertains to vacation rentals, where you can call and complain for noise. Okay, so we need to call in and complain that we are being mistreated and we have an unsafe working environment here at Sunline. Broken seats. The way he gets involved with vacation rentals, he should get involved with Sunline transit problems.
But at the point that you got a raging party every night next to your home and you're trying to sleep, get up for work, it's just not acceptable, and we got to deal with that. So, all right. This is Russell Betts, city council member here in Desert Hot Springs, just bringing you a local issue, and certainly welcome any comments or concerns that you might have on any other issues. You can always reach me. My phone number is down there at the bottom of the screen. Please call me anytime. And if you happen to have one of the vacation rentals, and I don't care if it's midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, ring my phone. I want to hear from you, because it's just not right that you would have to be disturbed like that. Okay, thanks, and we'll be back to you with more messages soon.
Okay, well, There it is there.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
So you can see the language is really clear. There's only 44 words in there, guys.
Check this out.
What does it mean to be retaliated against at work in California? People complain about things all the time at work, and sometimes their employer punishes them for those complaints. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the law was violated. So what's the legal definition of retaliation? And since the majority of people who watch this video will probably be employees, if you complained about something and your boss retaliated against you, what legal protections are available to you? If you were fired, what legal remedies do you have? Should you even contact a lawyer? We're going to unpack and answer all of those questions in this video. It's usually not that blatant, but people get retaliated against all the time in California. So let's take a look at the law.
Check this out.
Not least is Labor Code section 6310. Remember, this law is all about safe working environments. So if you view something and you think it is unsafe for either yourself as an employee or other employees, and you complain about an unsafe workplace, whether you
Exactly.
complain to OSHA
Bad
or
seats.
you complain to the employer itself. So say you go to HR with a safety complaint and then they fire you or they retaliate against you in any way, you can bring a claim under this law. If you lost your job in retaliation for making one of these complaints, would it even be worth it to file a lawsuit? Should you contact a lawyer? What kind of retaliation for making one of these complaints? Would it even be worth it to file a lawsuit? Should you contact a lawyer? What kind of remedies are available to you? Let's first look at the remedies. In the majority of these cases, you can get the following types of damages. The first and very important are your economic damages. These are the lost wages as a result of being fired. So let's say you're making $75,000 a year, you get fired, you're not making $75,000 a year anymore. So it's a very tangible economic loss that the jury can measure. Second, emotional distress damages. These are extremely important and are often the largest component
you guys
of
know that there's laws that protect us. So we are going to continue this movement for change. Stay strong and have a good night.